Nimasa is the agency of government in Nigeria that implements the Merchant Shipping Act, the Cabotage Act, the Nimasa Act, and the SPOMO Act. One other reason for you to always watch this program. Welcome on board another voyage on your favorite program, Nimasa This Week. I remain your host for the moment, Osaje Edward.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
Please stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
Nigeria is living up to its name as the big brother in West and Central Africa, as a delegation from Sierra Leone came to Nigeria for mentorship. Yes, you heard me right. Mentorship with Nimasa on port and flag state administration. Of course, Nimasa did oblige them. We have a report for you on that. And we also have another report for you on how Nimasa is partnering Lagos State government to manage waste on land in an effort to curb the pollution of the marine environment in Nigeria. And this week, we shall also have the concluding part of that very educative interview we had with the DGC Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jamo. So stay with us. It's another loaded package. We shall be giving you the usuals as always. The program is Nimasa This Week.
DG Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, this week joined global players in the maritime industry for the second Sustainable Blue Economy Investment Forum, SBEIF 2023 in Lisbon, Portugal. Blue economy financing was the key message of the DG in Lisbon as he mobilized global economic agents in the direction of the Nigerian blue economy industry, ocean renewable energies and green shipping, blue bioeconomy, maritime digitalization, blue communities and maritime protected areas were in focus at the summit. A young beneficiary of the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program, NSDP, Miss Lucky Deborah Ikeriga, has graduated with first-class honors from the University of Cebu in the Philippines. She has also earned her Certificate of Competency, COC, from the same institution. She wrote a thank you message to the Nimasa DG, which is worth sharing. Deborah Ikeriga wrote, "My name is Lucky Deborah Ikeriga, a beneficiary of the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program NSDP and a first-class graduate of the University of Cebu, Philippines with Philippines COC license. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to Nimasa for the incredible support in sponsoring my education under the NSDP. Your belief in the potential of Nigerian youths has been instrumental in helping me achieve these successes. Your generosity and commitment to maritime capacity development, especially in the area of maritime education, have not only enriched my life, but also opened up countless opportunities for me. I am truly thankful for your unwavering support, and I will continue to work hard to make the most of this valuable opportunity you have given me. I promise to be a shining ambassador of Nimasa in the maritime world. Thank you once again for your kindness." After a meeting with the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, the representatives of the Premium Blue Economy Innovation and Investment held a follow-up meeting with the management of Nimasa at the agency's office in the capital city. DG Nimasa, Dr. Jamo, led the Nimasa team to a very fruitful engagement session.
We attended conference, and this is the outcomes of the conference, and this is the community. And we want Nigeria to be part of the countries in Africa that will drive this blue economy.
Reception facility refers to any fixed, floating or mobile facility capable of receiving MARPOL residues or waste from ships and fit for that purpose. MARPOL 7378 Convention states clearly that parties to the convention should ensure adequate provision of facilities at ports and terminals to meet the need of ships using them without causing undue delay. The merchant fleet of ships in the shipping industry is generally divided into two main categories: dry ships, which carry dry cargo in bulk, and wet ships, which carry liquid cargo in bulk. Both of these types of ships generate oily residue mixture and garbage during their normal shipping and cargo carrying operations at ship and at port. The oily residue mixture and garbage generated by the vessel cannot be discharged directly to the sea in compliance with the law to avoid marine pollution. Hence, they are disposed at the port reception facilities (PRF) all around the world. Maritime nations in the West and Central Africa region have continued their quest for integration as the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration (SLMA) embarked on a 2-week program to understudy port and flag state implementation in Nigeria. The team is understudying Nimasa. The Director General Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, OFR, who was represented by the agency's Executive Director, Maritime Labour and Cabotage Services, Engineer Victor Che, charged countries in West and Central Africa, under the auspices of the Abuja Memorandum of Understanding, to make formidable use of the God-given maritime resources in the region.
It is evident that both Nigerian port state control officers and Sierra Leone port state control officers have had some formal and informal training on how to effectively and professionally conduct port state inspections and surveys. But our experiences do differ. This initiative, therefore, is a good avenue to relate and learn from each other.
Earlier in his address, the Secretary General of the Abuja MOU, Captain Sunday Umoran, disclosed that the Mentor-Mentee program is aimed at helping countries in West and Central Africa understudy one another by getting the requisite training in carrying out their port state responsibilities. He applauded Nimasa for taking the lead in allowing maritime administrations in the region to stand on its shoulders through collaboration and capacity development, geared towards ensuring safety, security, and protection of the maritime environment, which is key to the actualization of the blue economy.
The solemn responsibility of ensuring an effective port state control regime, which results in saving of lives through the elimination and reduction of substandard ships, including ship accidents, the preservation of the marine environment, and improving the living and working condition of seafarers, can be likened to faith with works, which in fact transcends through the cluster of blue economy. We are aware that port state complements the work of flag states and coastal states in eradicating the operation of substandard ships and ensuring safety, security, protection of the marine environment.
Paul Soba Masaki, who is the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, SLMA, led the delegation from Sierra Leone. He expressed optimism that the scheme prescribes a unique opportunity for port state officers of the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Soba, who described Nigeria as a big brother to their country, also expressed gratitude to Nimasa for the opportunity to learn and develop.
Today, to me, serves as a landmark in the history of the Abuja MOU as we are starting this scheme here in Lagos. The scheme itself presents a unique opportunity for my PSOs, especially those from the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, to enhance their knowledge, skills, and professional network. The scheme will also provide the benefits for our PSOs and ultimately contribute to the improvement of maritime safety and security in Sierra Leone.
Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
We welcome you to the interview segment on this program, and like I told you earlier, we shall be giving you the concluding part of the interview we had with the DGC of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jamo, talking about blue economy in Nigeria. We have a full-fledged ministry on marine and blue economy, and the issue of unregulated, unreported fishing has been there for a while. So we asked Dr. Jamo that how is that affecting the marine and blue economy industry in Nigeria? Illegal fishing.
Given the nature of African countries, the resources for us to have fishing trawlers, the international community that are aware of the resources that we have in our own territorial waters, they come in with their own fishing trawlers. They fish within the exclusive economic zone and take away to their own countries. That is what we call illegal, unauthorized and unreported fisheries. Internationally, this is an illegal and criminal act. So with the advent of the blue economy now, security must be enhanced, and we must be able to bring the sector to the table. We look at the challenges they are facing, and then we see what helping hand we can offer. So in a nutshell, each sector, the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy will have to sit down with them, look at where we are today, and then where do we want to go? And then between where we are and where we want to go, what are the gaps? And how do we fill the gaps? We have to x-ray the entire sectors, microscope the sectors, understand the challenges, and know the priorities and what we need to put in place to make sure that we do that, we address that. So in so doing, the issue of IUU that we are talking, so the sector, they are very much aware. The practitioners, they are there. When we call them, we will now have to see all these challenges and what we need to put in place to address such challenges and other things like that. Toward the end of the year 2000, Nigeria has been tagged as the most dangerous waters to trade in. America, India, and so many countries threatened to stop their own ships coming to Nigeria because of insecurity in our own waters. And at that time, a number of intervention the government put in place to ensure that we reduce or remove this level of insecurity in our own territorial waters, and, which includes, before the advent of SAA, Secured Anchorage Area. At that time, late Captain Hossa was the one taking care of, and the Global Waste were there. They also came in, and we had PICOMS, Presidential Committee on Maritime Security, safety and security. We have Comoros also. So from time to time, the government do introduce interventionary policies to tackle the issue of insecurity in our own territorial waters. Towards the end of December 2020, we do experience 6 attacks in a week, average 1 attack per week. Until around February 2021, the then President Buhari's administration cancelled the maritime security contract with Secured Anchorage Area Captain Hossa at that time, and then directed that the Nigerian Navy and the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency should take over the issue of the maritime security. We continue to arrest these young generations that disturb our own water, but we take them to court. The court will look at the law. There is no law that provides what to use in terms of prosecution of those criminals. So sometimes they will be arrested, they will remain in prison, and there is no law to try them. So quickly, the government intervened with the legislations of SPOMO Act, Separation of Piracy and Other Maritime Related Offences Act. As soon as we got that act signed, we were having about 20-something arrests, and all of them were tried within 1 year. 10 of them were sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. 10 again were sent to 7 years imprisonment. 3 were fined. They are foreigners, because sections of the SPOMO Act provide that if they are aware of such things, they should notify the authority, and they did not notify the authority. The Act did not provide imprisonment for those foreigners because of the nature of the crime they committed. So they were fined, and so 23 people were prosecuted under the SPOMO Act. So that is the act of good governance. The issue of greenhouse emissions came at international maritime organizations. And Nigeria were part of the front burners and promoters of the greenhouse emissions to make sure that we address the issue of zero emissions by the year 2050, in line with the concept and thinking of the international maritime organizations. So Nigeria, we went to the international maritime organizations and we declared our support and intention to align with their thinking and the concept of zero emissions by the year 2050. Our intention is to see the African countries speak with one voice. Earlier in one of my responses, I told you that what will take and move countries ahead or sectors ahead is for them to be, unanimous and be one in terms of whatever they do. So presently, the Africans will continue to be playing the role of backbenchers. Why? Because the issue of technology, we are backward. So we were planning before the end of the year, we will have a roundtable on that. Maybe between January and February, we will now have the African continents to come together, discuss this through. We have the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, that's MOCA, and locally for us, Nigerian is the Secretary General. And then second, we go through AMA, which I just, I was the chairman. I just stepped down for Kenya to take over as the leadership. So having been the last chairman, so I still have the, the network to bring the African countries together or African continents together to make sure that we speak with one voice. And then the third one, We have Abuja MOU. Well, I want to see Nigeria blue.
You've always said that.
Yes. The blue economy can remain the mainstay of Nigerian economy. There's no doubt about that. And given what is happening in the world now, every country they are looking for alternative source of energy. In the next 10 years, probably we will be left with our own crude oil to know what to do with it. And the world continue to move ahead. So if we do not diversify, then we will be lagging behind. So the time is right now.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, has teamed up with Lagos State Government in the quest to tackle marine pollution by managing land-based waste effectively. To this end, Nimasa provided some personal protective equipment to Lagos State Government through the Lagos State Waste Management Agency, LOMA. Deputy Director, Internal Audit, Mr. Samuel Ajayi, delivered the Nimasa DG's speech during the handover ceremony.
We acknowledge LOMA's dedication and expertise in waste management. And we believe that this donation will significantly enhance our collective efforts to maintain a clean and ethical environment for all Lagosians.
On his part, MD CEO, Lagos State Waste Management Agency, Dr. Muyiwa Gbadigeshin, said the gesture extended to the agency by the management team of Nimasa symbolizes a collaborative effort for a clean and safe environment.
Nimasa, through our marine waste program, whereby we have boats and marine waste gangs who go along the lagoon and the ocean front to clear plastic waste. In addition, we are in the process of screening off the numerous outlets, the primary drainage channels through which Lagos State is drained into the lagoon and into the ocean to prevent those plastic waste from reaching the waterways.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder's certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificate, service certificate, cargo ship certificate, and waiver certificate or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
And on that birthday note, we want to drop anchor this week on the program. The entire team Nimasa says happy birthday once again to His Excellency Adeboyega Oyetola, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Time to go. Thanks for joining us once again. If you did enjoy the program, make sure you join us same time, same station next time. Bye for now.